Got it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is John Wilson speaking, the national spokesman for the Freedom Union of Australia. Today is Friday, the 6th of June, and today I've got a special guest with me, Mr. Paul Pettitt. Paul is from Melbourne, and Paul is coming on board with the Freedom Union to assist our efforts in recruitment and publicising and getting the Freedom Union out into the public domain in Melbourne. And let's welcome Paul. Paul, good evening to you, sir. How are you?
John, good, thanks, mate. Bit cold down here, but it's all good.
And Paul, tell me a little bit about yourself, mate. Give me an introduction for the folks at home on who you are, and then I'll go on to explain how you're going to help the Freedom Union here in Australia. A little bit about yourself, sir.
Sure, John. I left school. I entered the building industry as a wall and floor tiler. Then I moved on to, after quite a few years, moved on to drive a Frankston cab for 4 years night shift. That was a very blunt education, good though. And then I moved onto the big trucks, Kenworth SAR, truck and dogs, earth moving. Then Convid came along, and I jumped in with my son as a mechanic, working with him in his workshop. I was kind of his apprentice, which was a bit of a funny dynamic, but it worked. And here I am now, taking on a role to help this terrific union, the Freedom Union, John.
That's great. Thank you, Paul. For all those people down in Melbourne, let us know and we'll connect you up with Paul. Paul's going to be introducing and chaperoning, but introducing the Freedom Union out amongst members, particularly CFMEU members, I might add. That's his background. Paul comes from the construction industry. As I said, he's a tiler, and he's going to go and promote the Freedom Union to all those CFMEU members out there which don't have a union. We appreciate that. So, Paul, tell me this: the people of Melbourne, do you think they're ready? Do you think there's an appetite out there for the Freedom Union? Do you think they're ready to take some action on the ground?
Yes, I do, John. I've been in this from the very start, walking through Melbourne during lockdown, after lockdown. I've been to many, many protests here and in Sydney, helping the Cossack. And but down here in Melbourne, it was pretty rough. And look, I really feel people now are looking for remedy. And I myself, having gone through all the courts and gone through all the common law and tried all of that, unfortunately, I haven't found what I'm looking for. I haven't found remedy, and a lot of people down here are asking the same questions. And so I just feel that the Freedom Union is the correct way to go for us down here in Melbourne to get together.
That's great, Paul. That's great.
Yep.
Paul, tell me this. Are you a member of any political party? What affiliations do you have? Or are you like me, a member of nothing?
I will never have anything to do with politicians ever again. To be honest, I despise them. So, no, I don't vote. I don't pay tax. I don't want to participate. And yeah.
So you don't see any future in these sellout political parties whatsoever?
I want nothing to do with their corrupt scam, John. I truly believe we can handle this way better than them. Why do we need them? If we have a union of the people, if we all get together from all walks of life, not just the building industry, mums and dads, just everyone jump in this beautiful union of the people, in my opinion, yes.
Yeah, great, Paul. That's great. Listen, Paul, the union's immediate agenda is to tackle the payment of taxation to the federal government because it funds war crimes. And we're also now engaging Birchgrove Legal to take these local councils on because it's a breach of the Corporations Act. How do you see that? Do you think that the people of Australia are going to be happy if we can get those two issues up?
It's interesting, John, that international law is being talked about more and more every day on social media. People are looking for remedy. I personally, I don't want to be complicit in war crimes. That's one of the things that really attracted me to the Freedom Union. And I just believe that's the way to go. Nothing else has worked for me. So
that's great. Look, Paul, we are so close. We're so close here where we are muscling up on these local councils. We're muscling up on the federal government. We don't need a lot more muscle, a financial muscle and political muscle for us to have a breakthrough. I think we're getting very close to it, Paul. What's your thoughts on that?
Look, I feel as though we're winning. We're on the winning streak, and it's time to finish these mongrels. They've done nothing for us. And the nice thing about down here is, and well, all over Australia, really, we have the numbers. We have down here at one stage, there was 500,000-600,000 Victorians marching through Melbourne, protesting, very unhappy. That is a massive show of force. I know that we've got the numbers. We've got the wonderful A1 people, who a lot of them support the union. We've got Simeon Boykov, the Aussie Cossack that has unlawfully been trapped, who has made huge sacrifice for us. I'm in Mornington down here on the peninsula, and I'm not far from my place, Frankston. And I quite often go there and chat to all my mates, and I talk to everyone really. And I just see that if we can all come together and stop the silly squabbling and he said, she said, all that sort of bloody nonsense, and we all come together as one union, we can smash these bastards. We can really do some damage. You know how to do that, John. That's your forte. That's another thing that really attracted me to it, is the ropes back to front and upside down. So if we can unite all of us together, and everybody who stood up around Australia.
We don't need them all. We don't need them all, Paul. We don't. That's the facts. We just need enough, right? We just need enough to get organised and to be militant and to bring this shit show to a halt, okay? We don't need hundreds of thousands of people. A union can be very effective with a modest amount of members, as long as it's got enough, okay? And the other thing is this: I don't want anyone pointing the fingers at the Freedom Union saying that we won't work with people. I mean, we have good working relationships with Simeon Boykov, who's a member of our union, the Aussie Cossack. We got great working relationships with Australia One. We love the gang at Australia One. We love Rick Bosey. We've got great working relationships with Len Harris, former Senator Len Harris, and we're working with him on other issues wherever we can. The Freedom Union is building working relationships with whoever we are able to work with. There are others out there that we just can't work with, right? It's a waste of time attempting to do so. But where we can, we are building solid relationships, solid networks, and we're attempting to defend our members to the best possible that we can do so. Look, thank you very much, Paul, for tonight. It's been a great meetup, a great connection, and I'm very, very happy to introduce you to the Freedom Union members here in Australia, particularly those down in Melbourne and Victoria. Okay, we are building a presence right over Australia, and Paul is going to be a great asset in promoting the union's work down in Melbourne. Okay, so Paul, thank you very much. Any last words, sir?
Go Victoria. Come on, step up, guys. Jump on the freedom train. Sign up. Sign up for some fantastic protection from the union. Let's give it a go. Thanks, John.
Okay, thank you, Paul, and to everyone out there. It's Friday, the 6th of June. It's been great connecting up with you. This is our first intro with Paul Pettitt from down at Melbourne to introduce you to him. Paul's going to be a regular on the Freedom Union podcast. We're going to get regular reports from Melbourne, and Paul's going to be in the thick of things. Paul, thank you very much for tonight's guest appearance. It's been great to have you on the Freedom Union broadcast, and you're going to come back again. Is that right?
Yes, please. Yes, definitely.
Okay. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you to Paul Pettitt, a great asset to the Freedom Union. Talk to you next time. Thank you.
Thanks, John.